Well, welcome viewers to the 284 Media's 2022 Year in Review. I am Kamal Haynes.
I am Jacques Wooding.
And I'm Ron Grant. Of course, we will be taking you, our viewers, on a trip down memory lane. Lots has taken place in the year of 2022, and we have the BVI's top stories.
All right, and I will be starting things off. And I think it's kind of funny that we're starting things at the end of a story that has been going on for the past 3 years, or should I say the perceived end of the COVID-19 pandemic. In this first segment, we look at recent developments to come out of the pandemic and everything that has unfolded since we peeked our heads out of the woods. Encouraging COVID-19 statistics throughout this year on the local, regional, and international front allowed the Virgin Islands to safely do away with the last enduring signs of the restrictive environment put in place in order to navigate the COVID-19 pandemic. Early on in the year, we saw the doing away of outdoor mask mandates and the removal of travel protocols which required the presentation of proof of vaccination against COVID-19, a negative COVID test, or a recovery certificate in order to be allowed into the territory. The final indicator of this perpetual journey out of the woods was the doing away of mask mandates for government offices on November 1st. A move greatly welcomed by the public and an indicator of the confidence of the government of the Virgin Islands that COVID-19 no longer posed a great threat to Virgin Islands life. Of course, however, mask wearing remained a matter of individual choice in the territory, and persons were encouraged to take whatever steps they deemed necessary for safety and peace of mind against the deadly virus which made its world debut in late 2019. The territory's healing from the COVID-19 pandemic became ever more evident amid noticeable resurgence in the tourism sector. In addition to various mass gathering events returning across the territory and the reopening of attractions, which invited Virgin Islanders to travel internally and attracted visitors from the neighboring USVI to join in on the fun, there was significant evidence that international and regional travel to the BVI was on the rebound. Particularly visual was the influx of cruise ship tourists seen towards the end of the year. In November, Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley, who is also Minister for Tourism, indicated that the BVI's total number of visitor arrivals for 2022 was expected to reach 541,901 visitors. That represented a 305% growth compared to that of the previous year, when arrivals fell to just 133,715, the lowest recorded figure since the pandemic hit. With more people piling into the territory and more vehicles needed on the ground to transport them, an existing traffic issue in Road Town was exacerbated. This prompted the government to introduce a park and ride service for the city by way of its very own shuttle service, said to be one component of a comprehensive initiative to improve Road Town. The initiative was unveiled by Honorable Kai Reimer, who commissioned 6 electronic shuttles to provide essential transportation services within the city. This with the intention of relieving parking lot congestion, reducing traffic, reducing the territory's carbon footprint, aiding in pedestrianizing the city, and improving mobility within city limits. 284 Media's Kamal Haynes went for a spin during the early days of the initiative.
Robinson, talk to me. You're the driver, you would be seeing many faces on a daily basis. How has the experience been so far, and how has the reception been from persons utilizing this service?
Oh, the people don't love this service, man. The people don't love this service, and interacting with the people and everything is kind of cool too, Yeah, but the people don't really love this service. Yeah, It's, without there's a set of female from different government offices, and they lunch hour, they utilize it to the max, Yeah, right from the office to the prayer park for the meal, and the wait a while back up, Sometimes they wait for me. Yeah, they'll leave a 1 or 2 cars and just wait for me for the ride. I don't know. It's fun. It's been fun.
There were also efforts to make travel between the USVI and the BVI easier for all involved parties. According to the Premier, this was the driving force behind an agreement signed in November to allow charter boats to travel more freely between the two territories.